Marvel Comics.
What's up, Marvel fans? And we gotta talk about Daredevil Born Again Season 2. I mean, Daredevil Born Again Season 2. We're halfway through it, and yeah, this pretty much isn't it. And I don't mean it's kind of disappointing. I mean, this show is mid at best, and when it's bad, it's just straight up boring, which is crazy because this is Daredevil, played by Charlie Cox from the Netflix series. This shouldn't be hard to get right. Season 1 had excuses behind the scenes, issues, rewrites, and all that Frankenstein script. Hoopla, cool, but what's the excuse now? Because we've been told that this season was going to be much better than the first season, and just keep on waiting for it and keep on waiting for it. But it seems like Disney is stringing us along, and this is the finished product. However, it feels very unfocused. So Matt Murdock's problem. The biggest issue is not even close, and it's Matt Murdock. He doesn't feel like the main character in this show. He feels like a supporting character in his own show. And I'm not exaggerating, because the plots don't move through him, it moves around him. Things just happen and then he shows up, and that's not how Daredevil works. Go back to the Daredevil, everything ran through Matt, and then his choices, his mistakes, his moral line constantly get pushed. I still can't understand for the life of me why Karen Page wanted to send away the female white tiger back in I believe episode 4, and Daredevil was just like nodding his head, oh no, let her go, she's fine. Like what? So basically he reacts, he doesn't leave, and when your main character isn't driving the story, the whole thing feels off. So let's move on to Jessica Jones. So Jessica Jones, this kind of annoyed me because she was hyped up really heavily, and people were excited to see her return. And when she's on screen, yeah, there's something there. You can feel it, but then she's gone immediately. She's barely used. And I know Kirsten Ritter, the actress that plays Jessica Jones, was excited to return. She was probably paid some sort of substantial stipend to advertise that Daredevil was coming back and she was going to be returning in Daredevil Born Again, but she's barely in the show. A little quick reminder of a better version of this universe is that we had Daredevil, Jessica Jones, and Luke Cage, who all of those shows are better than pretty much all of these Disney Plus shows despite their flaws. They just are. That's right back to storylines nobody really cares about, unfortunately, and that's not how you use a character. So Fisk and the Task Force basically has no stakes to me, and on paper, Wilson Fisk as mayor with the Vigilante Task Force, that should be an easy fire, and it should be the backbone of the season, but the execution is weak, because by episode 5, the task force should be getting wiped out and their numbers feel like they should be down, or it feels like they should be taking some kind of damage to their men that they lost. However, it feels like they're infinite. It feels like they just infinitely respawn. Like you take down 5 guys and then 10 more show up in the next scene. No progress, no impact, no stakes. It just resets every episode. Fight, reset. The side characters to me are also basically killing this show. This is where the show is really hurting itself. Characters like Cherry, Kirsten McDuffie, Daniel Blake, and BB Urick. Cherry is probably the least offensive out of the ones that I listed, but Kirsten McDuffie, BB Urick, Daniel Blake, these characters all suck. They don't fit the show whatsoever, and they feel like they belong in a completely different show, like a CW show or something. Every time it cuts to them, or like the BB Urick files or whatever, the BB Urick TV things that she does, it kills the momentum every single time. And instead of building the story, they slow it down, and it feels like filler. The show is just trying to hit a runtime, even with the female white tiger, who definitely feels like she's there to check a box. And now, we gotta stop with the season 1 Daredevil Born Again excuses. You've had time to fix it. You've had time to refocus the show, and this is what you chose to put out. And if this is the direction, that's the problem. Because right now it doesn't feel like Disney understands what Daredevil, how the character works. And yeah, I'm definitely going to compare it back to the Netflix Daredevil, because the Daredevil that we had back then got it right. The show had focus, weight, consequences. When something happened, it mattered. Everything felt temporary, or at least felt temporary. Nothing carried over, nothing built. It's just scenes, and that's the difference. So halfway through, yeah, these are my final thoughts. Mid is generous. There are some small moments where you see potential, some cool fight scenes in the earlier episodes, but they don't last. They get buried under the bad pacing. too many characters and a story that just doesn't stay focused. And the biggest issue is that it doesn't feel like Daredevil's story. And if your Daredevil show isn't about Daredevil, or isn't about Daredevil, then you've already messed up. That's where I'm at right now. Maybe the finale will turn it around. I doubt it though. And maybe it pays some of this stuff off. I doubt. We'll see. Let me know what you think. Do you like this season? And if you do, let me know why, because I'm genuinely curious. And if this keeps going on like this, I'll definitely potentially do a full season breakdown, because there's a lot to talk about. Let me know, and I'll talk to you later. You got Marvel movies that are horrible, and then you got DC movies that are horrible too. So it's like, damn, Marvel sucks, DC sucks. Now where do I go?